podcast, we've complained a lot about how American comics are pretty insane to get into. Like, there's just no way about it, right?
Yeah.
If you tell someone like, oh, I want to start reading Batman, they'll ask you which one, and then if you don't know about these things, you start sweating bullets, and it's like, Dwayne Wayne,
Dwayne Wayne,
Dwayne Wayne, and it's like, what the fuck are you supposed to do? Like, to most people, there's just one Batman. Nowadays, some people are understanding that there's a couple of Spider people. Just a couple. But, like, no one understands that there's, like, the Silver Age of comics and this and that. But I am not here to levy my complaints towards the comic industry. Though, inadvertently, I still will come back to levy complaints against the comic industry. Today, I'm here to complain about Star Wars.
Oh, and, no?
Like, it's not that easy to get into if you happen to know a Star Wars lore monkey. If you have one in your life, then you'll understand that the what used to be considered the expanded universe, what is now known as the Star Wars Legends, as opposed to Star Wars canon, it's fucking huge. And you really have to, like, it's not as bad as comics, because it's like, oh, hey, friend of mine, I want to learn about this Thrawn character you've talked about a lot. And then it'll be like, okay, read this series of books by this author. That's not as bad as being like, okay, yeah, pick up, oh, you want to get into, like, Fantastic Four? Sure. Pick up Avengers Volume 5 or some shit, right?
Pick up Spider-Man Volume 7. What are you talking about? Yeah, that's the one where Spider-Man tries to join them, but it's a really good look into each of their characters, better than their own comics. In fact, after that one, check out Doctor Doom, Latveria Volume 8.
Yeah, nothing can reach comics, but, like, okay, you start off with, like, that book series, but then you find out that, like, there's also, like, semi-canon shit that's, like, published in the Star Wars Insider magazine.
Oh, no.
In the same way that, like, there used to be, I think it's still around, a Dungeons and Dragons magazine where, like, they'd get, like, some authors not affiliated with Wizards of the Coast, and they'd basically, like, headcanon their fucking what happened with the campaign, or, like, what happens in general after a module or something, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of the same shit with the Star Wars Insider, from what I understand.
Holy shit.
And so, like, I was looking up a character, and I'm like, oh, who's this? Oh, shit, okay. And I was, like, seeing, like, half the sources were, like, Star Wars Insider. And I was like, you mean to tell me I gotta fucking pick up issue 199 all the way to 204 to have a fucking modicum of an understanding of who this fucking guy is?
That they made up?
That they made, I don't know if it's, like, made up. At this point, who fucking knows?
Yeah. You know,
after the Great Reset.
After the Great Reset. You know, that reminds me of, God, what was it? Who owns it? I think it was Hasbro did own Power Rangers in the West, but
before that, it was that Turkish guy, Saban.
Yeah, Saban. I think Saban owns it again. They bought it back, the rights.
Yes, I believe so.
But I'm pretty sure it was under Hasbro that the cool comics came out. So, like, when they were owned by Hasbro, or maybe they're still owned by Hasbro, I'm not entirely sure. Basically, when they got bought by Hasbro, there was a D&D show that just played, like, this D&D game, and they had, like, different campaigns and stuff, but there was one they did that was sponsored by Hasbro, and it was literally a Power Rangers like themed game. It's so cool. And so basically,
that's sick as fuck.
They made their own team of Rangers, and like I'll try to find the name of it because I'm forgetting it right now. But basically, like each episode, they would play as the different Rangers, and they would have cameo appearances of the actual Power Rangers come in to play as their Ranger.
Cool.
It was so sick. But then later on, recently, there's been a comic adaptation of Power Rangers that's been really good, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And in that comic story, the Rangers from the D&D podcast are actually canon in Power Rangers lore. Like they're canon, they're a canon team that exists, and
dude.
it's so cool. But that's what that reminds
sick.
me of. Like if you're looking on the wiki for that, oh my god, who's this Ranger? And it's like, what the hell? Audio podcast episode 12?
Yeah, I'd be a little pissed as like someone trying to get into it. But like okay. So there's like Star Wars books, right? And there are Star Wars comics. But did you know there's like Star Wars manga? There's been Star Wars manga.
Yeah, I've seen like images from it, but I've never read it. But that's fucking wild. I know as of the recording of this, September 22nd, 2021, which is as of this recording in like a couple days, I guess. The Star Wars Legend or the Star Wars it called? Visions. The anime on Disney Plus with like Production IG and Studio Trigger,
amongst others.
Yeah, nobody too big, just
yeah. Dude, that shit's gonna be so fucking sick. And like of course none of it's canon. There's no way you could argue it.
It's gonna be canon. I'm calling it right fucking now.
Shut your fucking
It's gonna be
mouth.
canon.
You're gonna regret saying that.
I already regret saying that. You can't stop me. Dude, how weird is it that like so we have a Star Wars like lore monkey friend, and it's just like it's so funny to talk Star Wars lore with him because the vibe I always get, and I laugh, and it's like, oh, like I want to learn about Star Wars. And it's like, oh, you've only watched the movies? You stupid bitch. It's like, oh no.
You fucking
you
rube.
Absolute fool. You dunce. Put on this pointy hat. You idiot.
Dude, it's so fucking true. Cause like I said, there's the Legends novels, but nowadays in order, like, Disney's trying to like promote their own canon, and I don't know how our lore monkey friend feels about that. He's kind of, from what I understand, he's ambivalent about it, because like the old lore, like it like near on deifies like Luke Skywalker to the point where it's like, dude, just like give him a blowjob at this point, like come on.
Yeah.
But even like all that aside, there's just like what they're doing now is they're being like, okay, no, like 10,000 years before the movies, 50 years before the movies, just 50
only 50.
And they're calling it the High Republic, and there's like loads of things. There's a couple of books out for it right now, and the first volume of manga just got put on Viz, to my understanding.
Oh shit.
But like searching for this has also led me through other Star Wars manga, and there's like one that like follows like Princess Leia. It's like quite a bit older. I just like slid past that because I was like, that seems like deep lore stuff, and I'm not about to do that today.
Not today, Satan.
So instead, I looked towards a manga called Star Wars Lost Stars that started serialization like last year or 2 years ago, and it's based off of a 2015 like novel series.
What the fuck? That's cool.
It's pretty cool. It's kind of like like, oh shit, what the fuck? But I'm here for it.
I'm here for it. That sounds epic.
Dude, Star Wars is just, I want to get into it. If you're interested, the Lost Stars isn't that bad to get into. It's pretty self-contained, and it takes place during stuff you'd recognize from the movies.
Nice.
So, nothing to worry about there. But
I love me
boy,
some
howdy.
self-containment.
Oh, what I would do for some fucking self-containment, please.
I was gonna say we kind of have that with One Piece, but then I remembered there's fucking trading cards with lore on them. So, I don't know.
The trading cards with lore on them, on top of fucking, what's it called? Jeez, the whole Ace stuff, and then
Oh yeah, the Ace novel,
like
and then
Shokugeki no Sanji.
and then there's like a
technically,
movie that's like, oh, my dog Shiki, this guy's cool. Oh, but it's a movie,
Yeah.
he's not canon. Oda's like, no, he's canon. And everyone's like, what? And then he just leaves it at that. Oh,
And everyone's
man.
kind of just like, wait, come back.
Yeah, wait, come back, please.
What do you mean?
Oh, God. But yes, not yet. Soon, we will be a Star Wars podcast.
I don't want to do that.
But until that day comes...
Get your words out of my mouth.
Until that day comes, we're a Paramecia Fancast, a One Piece fancast where we review the latest chapter of One Piece and have a different One Piece related discussion every single week. My name is John.
And my name is Franz
Skywalker.
I'm Luke and Mara Jade's illegitimate child. You don't know who Mara Jade is. Go read the novels.
Good chapter it was.
Hey, turns out we have an opening for host in Paramecia Fancast.
Oh,
It's
no,
not for
actually,
John,
yeah.
it's for me.
It's
I'm
for Yoda.
leaving. Oh,
Hey guys,
God.
welcome to a Paramecia Fancast, One Piece Fancast, latest chapter. My name is John. Yoda, my name is.
Chapter 1025, Twin Dragons. We can't keep doing it. Disney's gonna kill us.
Okay. I'm reeling it back. Please continue.
You're gonna do it one more time 40 minutes from now. And Lord help me. Oh, God.
I'm crying.
We start out with a wonderful Usopp page, reader request, an octopus compiling Usopp's adventures into the Tales of Usopp by Soda Susu, oops. And like the only page with like anything legible that we can see literally just reads Big Liar Story.
I love it. The octopus is like on the typewriter, and the octopus has a beret. He's smoking. He's holding a book in one of his tentacles, and he's just typing up a storm. And with the title Big Liar Story, I literally assume Usopp is telling the story, and the octopus is just like, yeah, I'm not buying this shit.
But the little birdies there are buying it, and they're like, oh shit, really?
The one that's literally like flat on his ass, like grasping the sides of the chair, feet up. That's me.
That bird has learned the fear of God.
It's so good. I also love Usopp's like costume.
Yeah. It really like sells it up that he's like, oh, I'm a bigwig adventurer. I went out on the high seas.
It's so good. And he's got like a new different because you know all the Straw Hats have their own Jolly Roger
Right. Yeah, I see what you're saying
And
now.
Usopp, this one is different from Usopp's like actual Jolly Roger, like the official one. But it has the little long nose, which I think is funny.
It's much more fitting here specifically.
Yeah. I can't remember. It's killing off the top of my head. I can't remember, and I'll try to find it. There was an artist, I believe, on Twitter that drew a mock-up like years ago.
Of Jinbei's.
Of what Jinbei's would look like. Jinbei's here it
Jolly
is.
Roger.
Joshua S. Herstein. At Joshua Herstein. He's like, I'm kind of still in shock that the Jolly Roger I drew for Jinbei 10 years ago made it into SBS Volume 100. And basically, he sent in a question to Oda that was like, Oda, I was wondering, since he's part of the crew now, what his Jolly Roger looks like. Like, I drew a mock-up. And he drew, like, a mock-up of what he thinks.
Damn good.
Yeah, and then Oda revealed, like, the official one. Like, oh, like, that's cool. Like, this is what his actually looks like. But it's just so cool that, like, we get to see Jinbei's Jolly Roger now. I love that it has the Sun Pirates, like, little sun around it.
Yeah, it's touching. It is.
Also, like, really quickly, just because it's, like, nightmare fuel, but Oda revealed in the SBS, I guess somebody asked, like, yo, like, is, her thing has a face, like, is it the smile fruit or something, for Black Maria? And he was like, no, it's not a smile fruit, but that was her hybrid form. Like, she wasn't in full, like, spider form. And then he drew a little drawing of what full spider form looks like, and it's fucking horrifying.
I have not seen this. I mean, maybe I shouldn't, but
it's just like I like is sitting in my therapist's office, like, full zone form Black Maria isn't real. She can't hurt you.
She is real, and she can hurt you.
There she is. She looks like she's ready for a walloping. Like, it looks so weird.
That's so good. Oh my god, dude, what?
I love it. Always. Dude, oh my god. Always, I love reading the Oda SBSs, like, when someone tries to confirm something with him, and then he's just like, haha, actually, fuck you, kid. Here's how it looks. Because the same thing happened with the sword spirit. Like, somebody was like, oh, like, I drew, like, what does, what's this Mihawk's sword spirit look like? Because he was drawing, like, what Zoro's swords looked like their spirits within or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, this is what I think Mihawk's would look like. And it was like this really beautiful, I think I've said this on the podcast before, it was like beautiful, like this beautiful, like, flamenco dancer. And then Oda's like, haha, no, it's this ugly old lady I drew, look at her funny nose.
Like, dude, like, Oda, I don't think Oda hates fans, but Oda loves to make fun of fans. And to a certain degree, I can find some respect in that.
I love it. Oh, God. Well, we get into the chapter. It's actually not that, like, long of a chapter. Like,
it really isn't. It's, like, sweet and simple. Truly.
Most of it is events that will transpire from this very first page.
yeah. Go on. Tell us what this fucking... Oh my god, what's it called? Those machines with the marble that you, like, it sets off one thing and the other thing. Oh, the Gold Ruberg machine.
Yeah.
Gold D. Ruberg.
Oh god. So Luffy, overgrown child, is on top of the other literal overgrown child, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing, Momo? Just fly. Like, just work. Like, just stop being bro. Just
Do it,
work."
forehead.
And yeah, just LMAO, just fly, forehead. And Momo's like, "I know that. I mean to, but my body won't move. Do you realize how high I am just from lifting my head?" And his head is like so close, like he's holding his head on the ground so he's not high up. And Luffy's just like, "I don't care. Are you still afraid of heights as an adult?" And he's like, "Silence. Hold your tongue. A warrior feels nothing." Like, dude, him and Luffy are bickering, and I love this shot of like just Shinobu and all of the Heart Pirates just silent, staring at them like arguing with each other, and I can imagine they're just like, "Oh my god."
Just watching.
Are like, "Oh, we're doomed."
Yeah, no, because like, I mean, Luffy being the voice of reason.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, we're in a rush. Come on. Like, what'd you do this for? Come on, do something, bud."
"Don't rush me. Give me a moment." And he's like huffing and puffing. Oh, it's so good. That's how we start off our chapter. So it can only go up from here. Literally.
I just realized it's Rube Goldberg, not Goldrubeberg. Fuck.
Rube Goldberg.
D-Berg. There we go.
It still works.
Yeah.
It still works.
Ladies and gentlemen, and those who do not define themselves as such, the joke is saved.
Standing ovation. Everybody claps. Everybody's on their goddamn feet. Tears all in the stadium.
My lord. And as all of this like just literal gag happens, we're up on top of the dome, back to see what happened with the clash between Yamato and his dad. And Kaido's bleeding from the forehead a bit, and Yamato doesn't seem to have a scratch. And then he says, "Mirror Mountain." His skin cracks off?
Question mark?
Kaido knows what this is, says, "Oh, so you defended against it." And then, like,
is he like,
he jumps out of his quote-unquote mirror skin? Because if you look really close, like, there's like
that's his foot.
A foot and like the whole like I was gonna say hakama, but I forgot what the giant samurai skirt is called.
Yeah,
but like it's all there. But Yamato's not.
What the hell? It's like it literally the first thing I thought it was like Gaara's like sand shield.
Yeah,
and I'm
but
just
like
what?
It's not just self-defense here. It's just like a clone jutsu.
Yeah, I don't mirror mountain, everybody.
There we go. That's what it's called. But then like Yamato just fucking he's coming out of his cage and he's doing just fine. You get it. He's like swinging his mace around, going straight towards Kaido, and then gets a good hit in with his claw instead. Like the
way it's drawn is weird. Because in the next panel,
the mace.
I think so, or he comes down with it. Well, because it says Hallowed Glacier slash. I'm assuming he did slash him with his claws and then like caught it, like the mace or something.
Yeah, I'm missing something. We're missing something that maybe we don't particularly understand from the scene.
The anime will clear this up.
Yeah, we'll do it in post.
Yeah, we'll do it in post. That's what Oda said. But it's wild, dude. Like Kaido gets hit again, and then he's like, look at you, acting like a damned soldier of Wano. And he gets up and just starts wailing on Yamato. And he's like, but you cannot escape your bloodline. You are still the son of Kaido. Do you really think any of the samurai here see you as a comrade, regardless of what cause you choose to bear on your shoulders? And like, oh my god, like it's fucking, he's going ham on his son, dude.
You didn't have to put it like that, my dude. Come on.
Yeah. And he's like...
He comes back at his dad. Shut up.
Shut up.
That doesn't matter. And like, Kaido keeps going. You've lived alone on this island for years, hopping about the rocks, crawling through the attics, always alone. And this sucks. Because Yamato, like, a gotcha back at Kaido. That's not true. I have friends. I mean... I did. Quick flashback to Ace. Come on, dude. You can't do that to me.
You can't just do this. You can't just do this.
That shit hurted, Oda.
Yeah. He inflicted this wound on all of us, and he continues to taunt us to this day with it.
To spit in our face.
Oh my god. But he's, Kaido is just standing there. He's like, that's right. There were also those samurai in the cave, and everyone who ever showed favor to you is dead. And this is terrible. Because they're like, here's some food, ogre princess, and a blanket. And then it shows Yamato, and he's like peeking out from the corner. And you see the beast pirates, they have the person who gave Yamato food and like a blanket, like on a fucking cross. And they're just
completely crucified.
Yeah, why'd he get put to death out of nowhere? He was sneaking food out for the ogre princess. That kid's still on the run talking about wanting to be Odin, huh? And it's like, bruh, like, Kaido's a fucking monster. Like,
which, no surprise, but like, goddamn, dude.
No surprise, but it's just like, dog, like, the last chapter when he was like, oh, like, if you choose the name Odin, that means war. Like, yeah, he meant it.
No,
like,
for sure.
He's committing war crimes on a 5-year-old.
Which, not too surprising, given that he is, like, the beast pirate that he is.
Yeah.
But, like, tone it down just a little bit.
Yeah. This part was interesting, this bottom panel.
Yeah. It's...
Because he's like, friendship is a sham. It's all for show. Deep down, they fear you. You must rule others with strength. You are the child of ogres. You are not meant to be friends with humans. This is your fate, Yamato. And there's a lot to unpack there.
Without a doubt, like, it felt like a therapy session I was not supposed to listen into.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like...
It sounded like I came to my appointment 30 minutes early on accident.
And the guy before was still there, and it's like...
And the guy before me has some fucking heavy trauma.
Dude, heavy trauma's a fucking understatement. Because, like, we did get a bit of Big Mom flashback. And I don't know if we're going to get Kaido flashback, because... There's no space for it. I'd want it.
I don't know if it'll be this, like... I don't know if it'll be this, like, act, but I feel like we're gonna get it.
It would be... I wonder if it'd be, like, attached to the Rocks Pirates.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Because
it's, like... I have to assume this is who he's talking about. Because even still, like... Oh, all the way back, I think it was with his first fight with Luffy, or his second fight with Luffy. It was his second fight with Luffy, I believe. He's fighting with Luffy, and he says something basically exactly like this, along the lines of like, oh, like, you can't trust any pirates. Like, they're all, like, in the end, like, they're just going to, in the end, they're just going to betray you. Like, they'll just turn your back on you as if you didn't matter, or something like that. Like, oh, like, in the end, they'll all betray you. Like, you can't trust other pirates. Like basically talking about his alliance with like Law and stuff like that. And I was like, whoa, dude, like, the hell happened with you and the Rocks Pirates, buddy?
Yeah, it's like,
because that's what I'm assuming it has to be, right?
speaking from experience much,
Yeah.
it's definitely a lot to unpack, especially like the whole child of ogres bit. It really
Yeah, that too.
it confirms this like sense of, at least to me, it really like solidifies Kaido being like not ancient dragon, ancient
Ancient ogre.
giant.
Yeah, ancient giant.
And that translating to the whole ogre stuff.
Yeah.
And are we straight up gonna get like, I don't think we'd get like this far back in his past, but like maybe in an SBS,
Are we
like
gonna get
Katakuri-ified Kaido, you feel me? Because there was that one flashback of Katakuri and the Mirror Sister
Oh, yeah.
that everyone was like, man, fuck, now I feel bad.
Damn. I made fun of her nose and now I'm sorry.
And now I'm the villain.
Yeah, now I'm the bad guy. I'm sorry. I love you guys. Bring it in.
Dude. Oda's just getting us.
Yeah. It is wild. I hope, like, man, I think when we get Kaido's backstory, I'm hoping it'll be kind of like the Odin flashback where, like, it'll be about what happened with Kaido, but I want to see more of, like, the Rocks Pirates crew.
Right.
Because I feel like now, like, you know, we've learned about them, like, God, it feels like just recently, like, we got, like, the name and, like, the silhouette of Zebek, but, like,
even though that was like 2 years ago, I think.
yeah, exactly. But man, now is the perfect time to get into this. Especially like if we get a Kaido flashback, like, oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be juicy with
good.
lore, because like there's so much about him that's still like the great unknown almost. Like
Right, like
everything we know about his past is literally just the mythos about him. Like, oh, he got captured by everybody, but he always breaks out and like all stuff. But like if you think about it, it's like, well, shit, like, you know, what kind of trauma makes him want to like kill himself when he's drunk? And also like what on earth, like, how did he get captured? We've seen how powerful he is. There's no way that he just got captured like out of the blue by the Marines. So like,
yeah, like, how did that fight go? I don't know.
yeah,
we need our own like, as much as I've been complaining, we do need, and we've had talks on the Discord, and slightly expanded like One Piece universe would be kind of interesting, specifically for these kinds of things. Like, there's so much that's attributed to sheer legend that it would be nice occasionally, not for everything, but sometimes to be a fly on the wall.
Yeah. Like the frickin' the port whatever incident.
The God Valley incident?
The God Valley, yeah. I think that one's important. We'll see that one for sure.
Sure, yeah.
But there's one that Law was a part of. God, I can't remember the name. It was the port something incident.
With the whole gray shit.
Yeah, where he fought with, like, Kobe was like a hero in that fight, and he saved like all these lives. But then that's the one where Law, like, I think at the end of the fight, he had something to do with it, and after the fight, he walked up to like Marine HQ and like dumped a bag of Marine heads and was like, "Hey, make me Shichibukai."
Wasn't it their hearts? It might have been their heads.
I think it was their heads, but it might have been their hearts. But I all I know is he walked up, like, it said, I remember that clearly. It said verbatim that he walked up like the Rocky Port incident. Oh, there it was. At some point, Law sent the hearts of 100 pirates to the world government. That's what it was. Okay. He walked up to the world government headquarters, was like, "Hey, here's like 100 pirate hearts. Can I be Shichibukai, please?"
Like, Law's kind of a little bit fucked up.
Just a little bit.
Like,
But like the Rocky Port incident, like I'd love to see like a side story like about that. Like that kind of stuff is what I think would be so cool.
And to be clear, like I would say that I am against it being in the actual like manga. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It would distract too much from anything that's going on.
Yeah,
It's
there's
like
stuff.
well past it.
There's stuff that has happened in the because the world is like alive in One Piece. Like that's how good the world building is. Like, you know, this world is moving on whether characters want it to or not, and like these events are happening, and it would be cool to see like if that's the sort of trend they take. Like, you know, Oda let the author of the Ace books just be like, yeah, like here's Ace's story, go ahead and write it. Like that'd be cool.
Right.
So if they were like, oh, I want to make a short like couple chapter spin-off about the Rocky Port incident, like that'd be sick, go for it. Like,
yeah, Oda's got like, you know, manuals about this shit.
Yeah.
He's basically made his own like Cimmerillion.
Yeah.
Which would be crazy to read one day.
Dude.
Could you imagine?
If that ever got like released, like like way later down the line, once One Piece is like finished, if there was ever a release of that stuff, like, dude, that'd be so sick.
Like, and some like Lord of the Rings people are like a little weird about the Cimmerillion, and they take it kind of almost as like a biblical context. And I think it's more interesting because it is an insight into Jolkien, Rolkien, Tolkien's thought process, you know?
Yeah.
Rather than just like, oh my god, the angels and this and that, you know? I'm in it for the understanding, the process.
Yeah. Oh man. No, we get cutting back. So we get a panel of Kaido literally about to murder his son. Like, just straight up, with a shadowy face, club in hand, just wailing on Yamato. And we cut back to what's gonna take up the rest of this chapter. We see, I'm flying! There we go, that's it, Momo. I'm moving forward! Forward! You're going real fast, we'll catch up in no time. And if these two panels don't set up the tone for the rest of the chapter, I don't know what else does. You just see Shinobu staring into the air, and all you see is the little onomatopoeia of just, ah!
And just left. No, left.
Oh, God. Okay, there's Onigashima. I see shapes on the roof. The roof? Hey, where are you even looking? Where are we going? You fool! How can I fly with my eyes open? What?
The way he says it so matter-of-factly is like, oh, Luffy's the fool. Huh?
Yeah?
Normally I'd agree, but...
the set of circumstances we find ourselves in is... Well, the double page spread says it all. Luffy screaming no as Momo breaks through the ceiling of the performance floor, and his eyes are closed shut.
Barrels straight fucking through, and the whole series of events after this is like that one like meme saxophone song. Like it's a Chase song. I don't remember what it's called. Oh my god.
Benny Hill, the Benny Hill theme song.
Thank you, the Benny Hill theme. That exact one.
Literally, if you want the most like immersive experience, put that on as soon as you reach page 8 and 9 double spread, and just finish the chapter from then on, because it's like that's literally what it is. It's the fucking gum drive by. Like that's all they end up doing.
I mean, Luffy's punches are as strong as a gun, so yes.
Yeah. his moves are named after gun moves.
Dude, everyone on the performance floor is just fucking confused. The only one who's like halfway like kind of understanding of the situation is Zoro, who just saw Luffy on top of the dragon and is just like, oh. And they just barrel away.
Yeah. Also, real quick, shoutouts to fucking Marco. Izo looks terrified out of his mind. Marco looks blazed out of his mind. He doesn't know what the hell's going on. He's just like, yeah, I like these guys.
Marco is straight up still suffering very heavily from blood loss.
Yeah. Man, Pink Kaido's funny. Oh, God. But yeah, fucking, as soon as they entered, they're fucking out. Like, what? And he's like, Momo, what are you doing? Where am I? Breaking through the second floor.
Oh, God.
Breaking in right behind Law and Kid, and Big Mom is like, what the hell?
Dude, like, she's the one who's in the most disbelief out of what's everything that's happening.
Yeah.
Again,
God. This series of 3 panels as well. Like, Kid, like, what the? Then, and Law's... Law is so pissed right now.
Just like, okay, Luffy, sure, generally a wild card. We can understand. We know that.
Yeah.
Full well. Luffy riding in on a different dragon, just the same size as Kaido, but not Kaido.
Concerning.
That is, yeah.
To say the very least, concern.
Mm-hmm. And they keep pushing through, and Luffy's begging at this point, just open your eyes already. Oh, I can't. There's something stuck in them. That's because he keeps smashing into things. Oh, God.
Help me, Luffy. He's like, just man up and look. That's a wall. Stop. Literally, Benny Hill, the panel, 3rd floor reporting, Master Kaido's rampaging through the cat. No, that's not him. But there can't be 2. It's a different color. Who is that?
Dude, I'd be like pissing my pants. Like, because basically no one knows that Momonosuke is like a dragon on the side.
Beak. Yeah.
And fewer people know that he is big. And so Kaido is scary as shit. Just normally he's scary. But I feel like he's especially scary because he's a dragon. And now there's another one?
Yeah.
Dude,
like,
I just
No.
I would pee and poop my pants so bad. And like, all of this going on, of course Kaido can't fucking ignore it. Oh, lots of noise going on down there. Must be Lin. I'll have to rebuild the whole castle. Yamato's no longer in his hybrid form. Huffing and puffing. Oh, I'm not done yet. And then...
This is my favorite. Like, because I imagine, like, Yamato giving, like, this speech to Kaido. Like, it doesn't happen, but in my brain, what makes it funnier is that, like, if Yamato's, like, talking to Kaido, giving this speech, and in the background, you just see, Kaido's like, what the fuck? Like, what on earth? Like,
what an entrance. Like, I'm really glad to see that, like, Momo is still himself in some way.
yeah.
As we've discussed prior, it is still somewhat depressing, but he is still who he is.
Yeah.
Albeit that includes being a child, but, like, it's decent writing. It's not like, oh, I've manned up now a bit now that I'm bigger.
Yeah. I'm glad that Oda chose to do it like this way. Like no, you age up, but like I can only age your physical body, like your brain and your experiences. Those are gonna stay the same, dude. Like,
yeah, I can't touch your brain, dude.
Dude, have you seen Tom Hanks's Big? That's it's the whole premise of the movie. Tom Hanks's Big.
I, in fact, have not seen Tom Hanks's Big, so thank you for explaining.
He's like a child, and he makes a wish on like this carnival thing, and then he becomes an adult, but he's still just a child. And then like everybody who like knows his future self is like, hey, you're kind of cool now. You used to be stick in the mud, but for some reason now you're cool. And it's like, because he's a kid.
It feels like and this isn't an accurate description in the slightest, a reverse Benjamin Button.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like it's not an apt explanation.
Yeah, it's literally Benjamin Button like the first couple years of his life, where he's like, what's if anybody's seen Invader Zim, old kid, like, oh, I gotta sit next to old kid. How you doing, sonny?
Oh,
that's what Momonosuke's old kid right now. But I like that Yamato like uses his attack, or starts like prepping his attack, Divine Swiftness, and Luffy's like, there's Kaido, charge down there. And as soon as he says that, eyes open, he's like, Kaido, Momo. And we get it, man. Gear 4 Snake, man. He's surfing on fucking Momo's head.
But Momo, he's not so interested in Kaido anymore. He's sitting there, he's like, the ground.
The ground.
He's hype for just getting down. But the whole piece de resistance of this chapter, we get Yamato finishing his move, Divine Swiftness, White Serpent, and Luffy with his Gum Jet Culverin punching Kaido's lights in.
Yeah, they knock him off his feet, dude. And I love, like, you see the Jet Culverin with the Haki. Well, you see both of them. I assume Yamato can also imbue Supreme King Haki. Because that's like, which is cool, okay. Because this means that Luffy, I mean, he picked up the basics of it, but he's actually using that in Gear 4th now.
Which is,
oh man, I had a bit that I wanted to time perfectly at like 53:17, but it already passed. But I took note of the exact time you said I was going to do the Yoda thing, and I was going to do it again.
Fuck you. We're not even done. Have the grace.
Have the grace.
Let us finish in peace.
Oh god, but I think it's cool that he can imbue the Supreme King Haki in Gear 4th now, which is like, yo,
dude, the battle has changed. This is gonna be exciting as shit, and Yamato did not expect what happened to happen. He looks back, real cute panel, by the way.
I love Yamato. He's so cute.
And then see, they're just like, Luffy!
The hands up, mind you, like a 17-foot club that probably weighs like 10 times me. And he's just like, Luffy! Hey, Yamato.
But it's like really clear that like Yamato and Luffy are on the same wavelength, because there's no fucking question. Like, not at first, at least. And it's like, oh, like, Luffy's just like, oh, you were holding Kaido back for us? Thanks. And Yamato starts with the like, "Oh, I'm so glad to see you," but realizes that there is another dragon there.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love it because this is like okay, Yamato's first reaction is like Luffy, and then the camera lens widens and like dragon. It's literally that vine where it's like no, well, but oh god, we see a silhouette and Kaido emerging from the ground, and he's just like, "How did you survive, Straw Hat? Who is that dragon? Name yourself." This panel is so. I love the way Luffy's standing, like not giving a crap about Kaido, and then you look down, and bug-eyed, like Momo's like, "Ooh."
It's really funny, but like Luffy looks so fucking cool here.
Yeah. Oh, it's so
like,
sick.
There's the German Twitter user who's like practically married to Luffy. Gizem, I think is her name.
Gizem, yeah.
Like, I get it. I
get this panel. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm in love with Luffy. Gizem, please. We're just asking for weekends. I'm not asking for. I'm asking for a Saturday at most. Gizem, please.
Yeah, we'll share the weekend. You know, John gets Saturday, I get Sunday.
Yeah. Like we get it now, please. But oh god, we get. I love Yamato. Like finally, like a pink dragon. Could it be? And when I read this panel, I was just laughing. Like, I don't know. I like it because Luffy's like setting his foot down to Kaido, but just the way he says it, nothing you do can kill me. Like, oh shit. Dude. I'm the man who will be king of the pirates. Like, okay.
Hell yes, dude. I fucking love it. And then the cherry on top really is Momo. Like, he takes a second. He stutters a bit. Like, oh, and my name is Kozuki Momonosuke, the man who will be Shogun of Wano. And it feels so good to hear him say that.
Yeah, and like I said, the look on his eyes as the dragon, like, the bug eyes was funny, but now he's angry eyes, and he's like, yeah, determination.
Little dragon eyes furrowed.
Yeah. And I mean, like we said before, it is like, there is a tinge of like sadness to it, but this panel of like Yamato realizing what he's looking at, like, Momonosuke, like, and I just the way Yamato's face is drawn, it's like, you can tell he's got some questions, like, what on earth happened to you, like, that you be like, what happened? Like,
yeah,
what did you do?
How could you not have those questions, honestly?
Yeah. Oh, man. And we get the final panel in the namesake of the chapter where Kaido is like, whoa, no. What a surprise, that little boy. But the world doesn't need 2 dragons. And it's like, uh-oh.
This is gonna be fucked. The other thing, too, is that, like, we've never seen, like, Momonosuke hasn't done anything remotely, like, offense-oriented in his dragon form.
Yeah, he can create the clouds. Like, we know that much, because he did it in Punk Hazard, and he was, like, walking on them. But, I mean, we've seen Kaido, and now that we know it's a devil fruit, like, I have to assume that those are devil fruit powers. Like, we've seen Kaido, like, we've seen him do everything. He's shot fireballs, he's shot, like, air pressure that, like, slices arms off. Like, we've seen everything.
Yeah. So, like, we're in a bit of a spot where we'll see something come out of this, and it's very unclear what it could possibly be.
Yeah. It's I don't know. I can't wait to see them go. I can't wait to see Momo, like, fight in the dragon form, like, against Kaido.
See, my question, like, deep down in my heart of hearts, will he?
Oh, maybe. I kind of hope he does, only because I think it would be cool if they're all fighting. All three of them are fighting against Kaido, and like he has to, like Kaido has to see the reason they didn't show us what he looked like. Yamato aged up. I mean, it's because he looks just like Odin.
Momonosuke aged up.
Yeah. Or what did I say? Odin.
You said
up?
Yamato.
Oh, Yamato. Yeah. The reason Yamato got aged up. Just completely double down. No. Yeah, the reason they didn't show Momo aged up, I'm assuming, is so that Kaido can be there for the reveal.
That's what I'm hoping.
Kaido and Yamato. I feel like Yamato probably more has to see that.
Yeah.
Because Yamato seeing that will be like, oh my god, like, my hero. Like, the man I fell in love with. It's you. Like, you're here.
Hear me out,
he'll be excited to see Odin, quote-unquote, again.
Yes.
And Kaido will also, like, shit his pants in a PTSD episode. Like, which will give Luffy the perfect opportunity to strike a man while he's down.
The icing on top of all of this, I think, to justify what we're saying, is like, he doesn't know how to breathe fire. He doesn't know how to do that. What he does know, to some degree of competency, you know, an 8-year-old's degree of competency, is swing a sword. So I don't truly think they're gonna like fight too long in dragon form, lest Momonosuke get his shit kicked in.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like on ground combat and Momonosuke getting out of dragon form, I do feel something will happen, and I'm ecstatic to see it. Yeah.
I can't wait to see that. I want to see the reveal of Momo, like older Momo, because I want to see, does he, the most important question, does he have the hair? Does he have Odin's satellite dish haircut?
I don't think it comes fresh out the factory like that, but that's just my opinion.
Damn, it's the lineage factor. It gives him the perfect, the cookie cutter shaped hair.
All the hair that Momonosuke has shaved so far to keep up with that hairstyle, it all comes in.
That's why he had to shave it. If he doesn't shave it, it just keeps growing in like a satellite dish, and everybody knows. Like, that's the kid we're looking for.
Oh shit, he did it for his fucking privacy.
Damn.
To fool everyone. Oh,
Man.
It makes perfect sense now.
It makes sense now. Man, no, I would like to see Momo swing a sword. I want him, now that he's aged up, he can get, I feel like he will get the sword that they were holding for him. The Tenguyama was holding for him. Which also, really quick, like, I know we're about to end the episode, but really quick aside, there's like a theory going around, and I guess it's like it kind of got some more traction with the Vivre cards, because they gave the age of Tenguyama, the guy that was watching over Otama. Yeah, and there was a correction by the editorial team, and they were like, oh no, like the official age is supposed to be 58 or 68 or something like that.
Sure.
And everyone's like, what? That's fucking weird. But the ages add up. He would have been like 30 something when, like 37 or 36 when the Odin flashback happened, because that was 20 years prior. And in the Odin flashback, there's a scene where his father, Odin's father, Kozuki, I forget his name.
Sukiyaki?
Sukiyaki. There's a panel with Sukiyaki in his like chambers, and he has like he's collecting, like playing with like little Kokeshi dolls. Like the guy comes in and is like, "Oh, Odin," like whatever, and it's revealed in the Vivert cards and also in the manga that like Tenguyama, in the back of his house, he has like a collection of Kokeshi dolls.
Right.
And everybody is like, bruh, like if that's Sukiyaki and he didn't die, like that would make sense why he was holding on to the swords for so long.
Dude, like
that would be sick, like waiting for like, I don't know, it would just be it tickles me fancy. It's cool.
Like, we'd have questions for sure.
Yeah.
But it's a theory that's been going around for a while.
Yeah. Because what? Orochi was the one... Because Orochi said that he was, like, they had killed him with, like... They had, like, poisoned him or something, but we never, like... I mean, I don't want to be one of those guys, but it's like, we never actually saw it, like, happen.
Right.
So, like, I don't know if somehow he survived or something, or... I don't know. The timelines are adding up, and if he has the swords, it would be cool. I would need an explanation
for
some things. I feel like if that... I mean, that's one of those things where if Oda did reveal that, like, we would get an explanation. Like...
Yeah, no doubt about it.
But...
It's like, you can't just drop something like that.
Yeah, you can't just drop that and be like, well, anyways...
Never mind. Bye-bye.
Yeah, in order to understand this reveal, you have to read Bleach Volume 7, Chapter 8.
That'll be it for us this week. We'll be back next week with a break?
Yeah, there's a break week next week. You know, Viz, man, look, I'm a mega Viz simp.
Mm-hmm.
I support the official translations till I die. Stephen Paul, dude, I'll take as many bullets as I need to for you. If Kaido came up and said, like, let me shoot you with fire instead of Stephen Paul, I'd be like, yes, sir.
And gladly.
But, like, I don't know who made this change. Viz, can we please, just, like, when I get to the end of the chapter... Just be like, to be like, instead of to be can you at least put a date like before? It's like 3 keystrokes max. Like, can we please?
Like, it's really needed.
Think of it's the user experience, dude. Like, I shouldn't. Okay, if I'm on the app, I shouldn't have to swipe again. Or go back to the main manga, hit back to go back to the main page for it to tell me, oh, it's coming back next week, like, or in 14 days.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess on the app, it's less keystrokes, so maybe I'm just making, how does that?
I mean,
moles out of...
mountains out of molehills.
Yeah, mountains out of molehills.
But, like...
The point still stands, please.
Yeah.
It was convenient before. Can we just keep doing that?
We here at Paramecia Fancast would greatly appreciate it.
Oh, man. Yeah, but no, that'll do it for us. We have episodes going up every single week on our hosting site, parameciafancast.libsyn.com. And as soon as they're uploaded to Libsyn, they're sent via the RSS feed to literally any podcatcher that can find and capture RSS feeds. I mean, the main ones being Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music. We're on Amazon Music now. If you have an Amazon Music account, you can search up like the podcasts, and we're on there. Any of those. All of our social media at Paramecia Cast on Twitter, Paramecia Fancast everywhere else. The Discord, we get constant conversations going in the Discords that are super funny and cool. Everybody there is really chill.
Oh, it's always a great time.
I had my fight or flight responses triggered today because I was in one of the texts. I was in the other manga channel and they were talking about Sharp was talking about Fire Force, and then Bandle responded, but I didn't really read his response because I just saw his profile picture of Garfield as Nagatoro from the manga Nagatoro-san.
No, that
When I tell you, like, my blood ran cold. Like,
holy shit.
something existed in that room in that moment that was going to kill me.
Hey, Bandle, you're banned from the Discord. No, just kidding. But are we done? Can I hit stop?